This list of chores I've been adding on to as I notice plant things that need to be done, and today's the day that I finally get it done after a long time of putting it off. So if you have any plant chores to do, maybe we could do it together. It's like we're hanging out without even leaving the house. The chores I need to get done today are I need to make this beaded trellis thing I've been envisioning in my head for a while. I have to water and clean off my rubber tree plant. 3 different plants I need to repot, so we'll be doing that in this video. I have my lemon lime philodendron 2 plants I'm going to pot together, a begonia my mom gave me, and then last thing, if we get around to it, I desperately need to reorganize my IKEA shelf. It's just, I've been slowly adding plants in there until I find better spots for them around the house, and I think today's my prime opportunity to find those better spots finally, so we're gonna get that under control. I have gotten a few new plants recently. I thought I would show you all of those new plants. First, my mom grooms dogs, and these were in the room that she grooms the dogs, so a lot of them have dog hair all over them. I need to clean them off. She gave me this Dracaena. I did pot it up since she gave it to me, and I have no idea what variety of Dracaena it is, so if you know, please let me know. I think it's so cute, and I'm very excited to see it grow. Very appreciative of her gifting me this plant. This next plant is kind of funny, actually. This is a Ficus altissima. It's like the variegated one. This is actually originally my plant to begin with. Me and my mom do this thing where we when we get overwhelmed or stressed out, we give a whole bunch of our plants to the other person. So like when I had Kai, I gave my mom a whole bunch of plants because I was just too overwhelmed to deal with them. This is one of those plants. She is now in the state where she's a little bit overwhelmed. So she's like giving a bunch of plants back and also new plants. But this is one of the plants she gave back, and I'm actually very excited to have it back. Yay! She also gave me this Ripsalis. I love Ripsalis, but I just kind of forgot about them for a while, so I'm really happy that she gave this to me. I love how weird they grow. Okay, look, you can see there's so much dog hair. That's funny. Because she just is grooming all the fluffy dogs. I really like this plant. It's so weird how it does this. I don't know, I just really like the growth pattern of this thing and how like kind of awkward and wild it is. So I'm very appreciative and glad to have one of these back in my collection. Again, it's a Ripsalis, but I do not know the variety. So if you know, please share in the comments. I would very much appreciate that. But I am so excited to see this thing grow and get really big and long and do its thing. Be a nice little Ripsalis plant. What is it called? Okay, it's really echoey in here. You know what? I'm actually gonna go in a different room. She also gave me this little weirdo. I think this is nicknamed a pine cone cactus. Correct me if I'm wrong, but again, it's just like a weird thing. I think it's a euphorbia, actually, of some sort. I don't know. I really have no idea. I'm so sorry. I hope one of you knows what all of these are so that you can enlighten us with your knowledge. Thought it was really cool. This might be the one I'm the most excited about. This is called a Ficus umbellata, I believe. And it just gets these really big leaves, and they're like kind of soft and like pillowy, billowy. It's actually 2 stems put together, so I just tied them together with some string so that they'll not like go their separate ways. I'm not ready for them to do that quite yet. Maybe at some point I'll try to like bonsai them pretty cool, but for now I just want it to get a little bit taller. Isn't it cute? And I'm very happy to have this plant. It's funny because I had been looking at this plant on Etsy and I just never pulled the trigger, but I really wanted it. But something within me was like, don't buy it yet, don't buy it yet. So I didn't, and then it just happened into my life for free by chance. So I'm quite grateful to the universe for that. And by universe, I mean mom. Thank you, mom. She also gave me this beauty, which is an Ascanianthus. I believe this is the twister variety, the like curly one. I'm really happy to have this. You know, I love a good hanging plant, and this definitely has the growth pattern, the leaf type of a hanging plant that I really enjoy. Like, I definitely have a type as far as hanging plants. This is my type, exactly my type. Oh, what is this called? I totally know what this one is called, but I'm pulling a blank. This one definitely is a euphorbia. I can't remember. Lanky and a little awkward, but also very beautiful. So it gets little leaves on the ends there. I'm not like a super cactus or succulent person, but I can appreciate them sometimes. Every once in a while, a cactus or succulent really calls my name, and this one called my name, so that's cool. Thanks, Mom. Actually, we're gonna move on to the next mother plant. And by mother plant, I mean plant that my mom gave to me. It is a Ficus elastica. I did already pot these up the night I got them. This one has been potted into this fresh thing with fresh soil. I didn't actually know when the last time she watered this was, so I've been avoiding watering it for about a week now. I just wanted to make sure it was ready to be watered. The leaf here is kind of bending, actually this one too. So they are pretty flexible, which is my sign that it's time to water it. I recently filmed a Q&A video where somebody was asking questions about their rubber tree, their ficus, and they said that leaves kept falling off, and I would guess that the plant had been overwatered, either overwatered or not enough sunlight. But let's go give her a good water. And also it's very, very dusty and has a bunch of dog hair because I didn't spray it off when I got it. Like I said, I didn't want to wet it because the soil was wet. I didn't want to give it too much and kill it. This is the lemon lime philodendron I was talking about. Well, one of the lemon lime philodendrons that I want to get repotted. I've been putting this off because I am pretty nervous to mess this plant up because honestly, I think this is so beautiful. Reaching up for the light, I don't know, it just feels so even and there's something just so satisfying about this plant to me. So I am a little nervous to pot it, like I've got to be honest. This huge plant is in this tiny pot. It's been in this tiny pot for well over a year now. This is what I bought it in, and it's time. And I want to get both of the plants put together. But again, like I said, I'm just nervous because I don't want to mess it up because I really enjoy this. You know, I'm actually going to let it sit here for another second while I take this in case this goes awry and doesn't work out and it just no longer looks good right here. I truthfully, like, I'll be very, very sad about that. So I'm feeling a little nervous. Okay, let's do it. The pot I'm considering planting those in is this. Oh, you know what? That actually fits perfect. I was worried it was gonna be way too big right here, but I'm feeling good about this. I feel much better about this. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. I'm not putting this off any longer. Today's the day. Do you guys get nervous to like repot your plants? Because I really feel like so nervous right now. I don't always get nervous, but I have this weird thing where I have a hard time committing a certain plant to a certain planter. Like, I have a really hard time committing to that. I get like nervous that I'm making the wrong decision. I don't think I am, but somewhere in my little brain, it's saying. So then I just put it off forever and never do it in the first place. I have my potting soil mix. This is the mix I always use. Not very many people watched it, but I recently did a video about potting mix and why I add certain things into my mix. That is the exact mix I'm using in this video. Yeah, I do actually use it. Okay, so first off, here's what I'm gonna do. Take these plants out of their pots. Oh no, this one's really stuck. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. That one was a lot more rooted than this one. I wonder why. It's weird. I am going to break up the root ball on this one. I'm just gonna add a layer of my mix to the bottom of this planter. Probably gonna use like all my substrate before I can get everything repotted because this is such a big pot. So I'm gonna fill it up to about here, like halfway, I guess. Do 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 do. Wait, is that how it ends? I got kids songs on my brain. So it is filled up to here, about halfway, like I said. Now I am going to break this up a little more. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna put this branch in, pull off some of these ugly bottom leaves. I think I had it a little bit too close to the grow lights. And you know what? I don't think I'm going to use this branch because I don't like it. I cut it back a while ago and the leaves are all weird on it. This is the Thai sunrise, so that's kind of sad to get rid of. Now I'm gonna break up this one so that I can blend them together a little bit better. Let's put these big ones together. Originally, I was going to give this like a moss pole or a cool plank thing to climb up, but I actually think that these are going to like lean very well against each other to support each other while they grow, because I mean, you saw that's kind of what it's been doing anyway. It's growing like straight up and down even without a post or support of any kind. I'm making an absolute mess. It feels so good to get chores done, as easy as it is to like push them off and I don't know, whatever. It's a really good feeling when it finally gets done. And it always leaves me so much happier with my plant collection. I don't know, it's just like a nice little refresh. Makes it feel like a whole new plant, you know, even though, I mean, it's not, it feels that way. This is such a beautiful plant. I can't believe I got these at Lowe's. Or was it Home Depot? I don't remember, but I did get them at a big box store somewhere. Just dig in these smaller plants. Maybe add a little more substrate, because I know when I water it, it's going to compact down a little more. Oh my gosh, okay, it looks weird, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna grow in nice. I just know it. This is actually a glass baking dish or pan, or I don't know, whatever it is. I don't know what you're supposed to bake in this thing, but I've never used it. I will never use it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use it as a saucer under this plant. And yeah, I think it'll look a lot nicer. Okay, let's go put it away. I hope I'm not wrong, but I kind of feel like I already love it. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah. You guys. Okay, so it is a little like, you know, a little awkward, but plants usually are a little awkward when you first repot them, and then it just takes some time. What do you think? Here's the before, but then bam, this is beautiful. I should have done this so long ago. Hard work pays off. Next, we are going to pot up this philodendron. I believe it's a white knight. This was just a node when I got it, and it has since grown. I did recently take a top cut. I had a fern in here before, but I decided to move the fern into my IKEA terrarium. Just thought that that was gonna be better for everybody. I wouldn't have to stress about it, and it wouldn't have to stress about living. That was pretty ballsy of me to think that I could keep that alive out in my dry air. Why did I think I could do that? So I'm just gonna take off most of the sphagnum moss from this. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off of the node because this thing is so big and awkward. It's well enough rooted, so I feel comfortable. That's really cool. So I'm gonna put down a little bit of sphagnum moss to cover the drainage hole. I really like the way that this black planter like super contrasts with the green of most plant leaves, but then also the white of this plant leaf. I think I gravitate toward black planters now. I definitely think that's my vibe. I've always kind of stuck around either super colorful or like terracotta, which I like too. Don't get me wrong, but I have noticed that all my plants that I keep in dark colored planters, I like more. So maybe I need to try and stick more to the dark colored planters. It really makes foliage pop. I feel like there's not a single plant that I could put into this planter that would not look good, genuinely. That's just kind of something I've been noticing about my planter preferences lately. And I'll continue using different colored like browns, terracotta, some blues and greens planters. Those are definitely what I like the most. I have a yellow planter I really love. And then, you know, just every once in a while, a rogue like bright pink one. I'm learning my tastes and I'm glad about it. There we go. I'm actually not going to water this yet. I did just cut the node off of this, so I don't want to water it until it's had some time to dry a little bit. Here is, oh wow, that looks really good. I really, really like that. Next plant I need to repot is this begonia. No idea of the variety of this begonia, but I did get this from my mom. I hope I'm able to keep it happy. Oh, I really, really hope. I am actually going to take it off this hoop. I'm especially nervous about this one, not because I'm scared to put it in the wrong planter for it, like a planter that doesn't look good for it, but because I'm scared of killing it, because I really struggle with begonia, but I love this. I love this. I think it's really cute. Oh, and I just hope I'm able to not do it dirty. I hope I'm able to do it justice. And the reason I'm taking it out of this pot is this does not have a drainage hole. My mom did put a bunch of leca at the bottom, and the plant has done fine with that situation. With a begonia, where I really struggle with begonia, I'm not taking any risk by keeping it in a potting situation where I have to be extra careful, where I'm already like not sure of my ability to keep this plant alive, if that makes sense. There are some pretty dead branches here, so I think I'm going to separate these two like main ones from these other kind of dead ones. Just like that. Then I'm going to cut this part of it. Well, maybe I'll cut it a little bit further down so that I can just pot this into a planter and not have to deal with these dead branches down here. Mom, if you're watching this and you're stressed about me doing this, I'm so sorry. I am going to put it into this IKEA planter, which I drilled, water just went down my shirt, which I drilled a drainage hole into the bottom of. So yeah, I think the white will be cute because there's whitish, silverish speckles on this plant, and I think the white will help it pop. Ooh, let's do this. Where's my little scoopy scoop? Okay, so I'm just gonna scoop in some substrate. And now I'm going to put in the main branch of the plant, add this in right there. Yeah, I think that that looks pretty decent. Where this plant is a little bit top heavy, I think I'm going to like tie the branches together for right now until it gets a little more established in the root system, because like I said, it is so top heavy. Okay. Oh, I think this is looking really good. I feel good about this too. I think I'm doing a good job today. Yes, just so that they stay, I don't know, supported by each other, don't fall over. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a quick water and then put it where it lives. And we're gonna do the beaded trellis now. I have been trying to think of some cool ways to spruce up my plants, okay? And something I've been thinking especially about is this Passiflora trifasciata. It has already grown so much since I got it. Like, this is by far the fastest growing plant in my collection. I need to give this something to climb around on, and I had an idea. Okay, let me show you. Here's what I was thinking. I have a skewer. One end is, it doesn't really matter. It's just like a little stick. Since I wanted something for this to climb, I didn't just want to like put a stick in there or like a string, like a random string just hung around my house. And this will still be random, but I think it'll be a little more unique and cool. I took this thin cotton cording stuff. I strung a whole bunch of these wooden beads together. I did this a while ago, and then I just never got around to putting it in the plant and fastening it to the walls. I kind of thought I would just put a bead through the skewer, put the skewer into the soil, like that. And I do want to cut the skewer a little shorter so it's not quite as obvious. I mean, okay, do you guys see where I'm going with this? What do you think? Do you think this is a good idea or a very ugly idea? At some point, I'll definitely get a different hook for this because these are the only hooks I have right now. Kind of ugly, but you know, I'm really just testing this out right now anyway. I'm gonna go ahead and put these 3M strips on here. One at the top, and then I'll probably put one at the bottom too, just to be safe. Those beads aren't like super heavy, but they have some weight to them. So I'm gonna try and hook it to the wall. I got a dry paper towel to wipe wherever I'm gonna put it because I don't know if the wall is that dusty. It's a little dusty and that might help it stick a little better, but first I need to hook this. Oh no, I didn't tie the loop loose enough. Should I flip this around? I think I'm gonna flip it around because this loop is a little bit looser than that one. Where's the stick? Right there. All right, I think this side will work. Oh my gosh, they're the same. No, this one is looser. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fit it on there, dang it. There we go, okay. Yeah, this hook is so ugly. Is that kind of weird? Oh, okay, that actually might be cool. Oh my gosh, is this gonna be cool? You guys, I might have done something cute for once in my life. I definitely need to do some adjusting. I think it's gonna work. Oh my gosh, that hook is terrible. Wow, that is a terrible, terrible hook. I hate that. I hate the hook, but I love this. Okay. That sucks. Put the plant around it, or like, just like twist it around the thing a little bit. I'm not trying to force it too much because it will naturally cling here on its own. Should I make another one? Oh, I don't know, maybe I should just test this one before I go get too far into it. Yeah, I don't know about this. Ooh, I don't like that one. Okay, we're just gonna test it with this shorter guy for now. And you know, depending on how this first one goes, we will maybe make another one. I kind of want to make another one because I kind of want this one to go like higher. No, because then I'd have to put on another hook. Okay, so here's where I'm at with this. I love it other than the hook. So if you have an idea for how I could fix the securing it to the wall situation without drilling a hole in the wall, please let me know. Maybe I could just put like a little nail and then Ryan like wouldn't even know, but I wonder if that wouldn't even stay. I don't know. If you have a cuter 3M hook idea or just some way I can kind of hide that ugly thing we have going on right here, please, please let me know. I would very much appreciate it, but I'm really excited about this so far. I'm on the right track, I think. I've just been sitting here for like 20 minutes just staring at this thing. I cannot think. I mean, clearly I could get a smaller hook because that one is like very large and in charge. Grabs the eye for sure. I just don't know. I need to look up smaller hooks. I think that's the only option. But like I said, let me know if you can think of something. You know, I wish you could see this section of my house a little better. It's so backlit. Oh, that actually helped. I'm pretty sure my Norfolk Island pine is also cut off, but this section of my house is just starting to feel so much more like me. Maybe I need to do an updated plant tour. I was just thinking about how recently I did my last one, and I swear like 3 days after that is when I all of a sudden just felt so motivated to move everything around exactly how I want it. My setup is so different even from then, even though that was like only a month ago, I think. I think I'm gonna turn off the light so it's not backlit, but this is really what I want to do some work on. There are a few plants I'm gonna water really quick. I'm just gonna put this Tahitian bridal veil into the sink. My next step is to move some of these out of here and into my bedroom. So I do actually think I'm going to take this one into my bedroom. Well, it's so hard. I think all of these cacti, well, this part of plants is very, very difficult for me. I'm not good at like decorating, so it takes me, I do think for the most part, I am able to get to a point where it ends up looking good, but it does just take a lot of me moving things around to different places, leaving them in those places for a while, and then, I don't know, like noticing them each time I walk by to see like if it looks awkward, if something's off, and then trying to figure out what's off and like repeat that process again and again. That's how I've got that section of my house that I just told you I love so much to be that way. Maybe I need to leave the light on because it's getting a little bit dark. I am hating how early it gets dark lately. It really, really sucks, especially as far as filming goes. Oh, I hate the winter. Okay, so these are avocado pits. I can definitely move these somewhere else. This is one of my favorite planters. Isn't he weird? He's named YB. Love him. Oh, I think I need to add water to this. Oh my gosh, I do. Totally. Oh, some propagations. But look at how cute this, like, it's not really a planter. I'm not sure what it is, but I think it's so cute. Little goblet. Goblet of fire. Goblet of flowers. I do think this may be getting a little bit too high of light, so I think I'm gonna move it up here, actually. These are a couple of plants I should have potted up today together because they are both philodendron mayoi. This is immature, this one's very mature. They need to be watered, and I should have put them together because I'm hating how they are right now. And at the end of the day, I really do just need to conserve space because there's not very much space up here upstairs where I can keep my plants, and I could keep them downstairs, you know, but I wasn't enjoying them, able to enjoy them when they were. Gonna put all my garbage onto this tray. All the dead leaves I'm pulling off of these things. What is your best decorating tip? Decorating advice? I clearly struggle, and if there's like any little hacks or I don't know, things that I can try, I would be so happy about that. Oh, I forgot to show you. So actually, my mom gave me another plant, and it is a Ceropesia sandersonii. It was just like a really long kind of, it was a little bit messed up. Oh no, some of these are rotting. Just one so far, actually. I kept them a little bit too high humidity. Anyway, it was very awkward. I couldn't get it to look not awkward. So I ended up putting it into this pot to propagate. This is how I like to propagate like the string of hearts Ceropesia. I'm hoping it'll work well for this, although I am having a little bit of rot. Instead of using sphagnum moss, I did just do it in soil, and I kind of hoped that these lights were strong enough to keep it happy, but maybe that was a little bit too high of humidity for it. So I don't know, we'll try it without the bags and see what happens. Really, I move these around so often. And every day Ryan gets home from, pretty much every day Ryan gets home from school, I'm like, did you notice what's different? And it's like, I moved a couple of my plants. Of course he didn't notice that. I need to water this beauty. Doesn't it look, oh wow, I love it. I love it. Such a cool plant, but it does need to be watered desperately. Oh, this is so hard for me. I think I need some of you to help me. Like really, please leave some tips, like help me get this looking well put together, like there was actually some thought into it, because right now it really is just like I threw everything on here, that's what it looks like, and that is actually how it happened. So it just doesn't look awesome. I do know I love this plant here, but that's about it. Oh, and I like the parlor palm up top, but other than that, I'm just not satisfied. Let me show you. I do love this. Everything's drying out so quickly because my heaters are running because it's like 20 degrees outside where I live lately. Anyway, this is a Syngonium 3 King. It's also called Jade and one other thing. Yeah, this is actually just a cutting. I love this combination, but it just does not look good on here because it's a little bit too tall. Same with this Peperomia and Canna. Oh, my tree's blocking it. Let's move this over. This Peperomia and Canna is in the same kind of pot, except the bottom is green and it just doesn't fit in there. So I need to find new homes for these guys. This row actually isn't that bad. Just a little bit bad, just a little bit off. But yeah, please leave your best advice, your best tips. I would very much appreciate it. So, you know, I think I'm going to end the video there. I really appreciate you hanging out with me to do plant chores today. I hope it was a good time. I hope so, but you know what? That is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!